Anthony Hartwig here with a new spring sports preview. We're joined by the head coach of the Western Reserve softball team, Katie Serensky. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you, Anthony. Glad to be
And
here.
we were talking before you came on. You're new to this. This is kind of your first year as the head softball coach of Western Reserve. First question for you is kind of what drew you to this job and what made you want to take up the head coaching job at Western Reserve for their softball team.
Well, softball has always been a passion of mine. I've always loved the sport. I actually started my coaching career here at Western Reserve in 2001. At the time, my father in law was the head coach, and I assisted him on JV. I was a JV coach, and then I eventually was one of his assistants on the varsity team. But I've always wanted to coach at Western Reserve, and my dream finally came true.
Dreams do come true, and that Serensky name, coach, is riddled throughout the Western Reserve area right now because obviously Joe Serensky, head coach of the basketball team. Joey Serensky played in their All-Star game on Saturday for
Yes.
basketball. What's it mean to you to add another notch to that family name and to be another coach that's in this program?
Great. I mean, this is a great community to be a part of. The community supports us. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to get this opportunity and to get to coach at Western Reserve this year.
Let's go over your roster and meet your team this year. Obviously, there are some names that are very familiar that had great seasons last year that are coming back, and some new names as well. Take us through your roster, who some of the people are that are really helping you out, and let us meet the team.
All right. Maggie and Hannah, they're both seniors. They will be our pitchers this year. They will carry us through the way. They've been working hard off season. They both go to pitching coaches. They both play travel. They're just hard workers. They, are always ready to go when they get to practice. Always encouraging the younger ones. I also have Alexa Abrams. She is also a senior this year. She's going to do a lot of multiple jobs. She's used to playing in the outfield. This year, she is going to see a lot of the infield. But also, again, she will see some of the outfield too. My shortstop, Kaylee Selly, she's a junior, excuse me. She's huge to the middle infield. Nothing gets past her. She eats up everything. She's a good leader on the field. And then I got the two twins, Allie and Lenny. Both of their speed is just absolutely amazing. They are fast. Allie will be my catcher. She also might have to fill some other positions at times in the infield and the outfield. As you know, Lenny tore ACL, so she is my center fielder, but we are taking it, easy with her. Another fun one to watch on the bases. Those two twins, they're just amazing to watch when they're on the bases. They're so quick. Kaylee Williams, she has not played in the past. She decided to come out this year. She's going to be huge for us. She's going to have to fill our left field spot. Possibly at times with Lenny, maybe in center field. I got a freshman this year, Katie Byers. She is Maggie's younger sister. She also catches, plays third base. She's been doing a great job. Unfortunately, we've only, had 2 scrimmages in 1 game last night, but she has stepped it up and filled up those positions.
Got a couple of questions about this roster too, because the first thing is you say Alexis Abrams comes back as a senior, and that senior leader able to do a lot of things for you. What's it like to have a player that can kind of be the jack of all trades, and you can almost put her anywhere on the diamond, and she'll be able to execute the game plan?
It's great. It's awesome. She has a great attitude. Anything I ask her to do, she is willing to step up and do it. I know she was a little nervous at the beginning when I told her you're going to have to play some second base for us this year. She's been in the outfield a lot most of her high school career. But her stepping up and having a great attitude about it. She is one of our leaders on the field, and she does a great job at it.
And you say the Jones twins are fast, and I think that's an understatement. I've seen them
Yes,
go from first to third on a bunt before.
right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's got to be such a blessing as a coach to have that kind of speed as a weapon.
Yes, absolutely. They are quick. They are quick.
Does that help you be a little bit more aggressive when they're on the base pass? Like, okay, you can
Absolutely.
really.
Absolutely. I don't even have to tell them, they're going no matter what. Even if I'm not giving them a single sign, they're going. I mean, I just expect it. Like last night we played our first game, and next thing I knew, Allie was at third base, and I never even said her once. But hey, she got there, and that's all that matters.
You do have a game under your belt. You're the first softball preview that we've done so far that has a game played. So,
Yep.
Middle Ridge, I believe 14-3, if I'm not mistaken, was the final score last night. What did you see out of your team in that game? Obviously, a big win for you guys. What was it like to get out there? What kind of things did you see from your roster?
It was great. They started off slow. I don't know if it was first game jitters, but they got them out of their belt after the second inning, and they never gave up. They all kept positive attitudes, and they kept fighting.
One of the things we learned from last season, Coach, is the you can't ever take anything for granted. I mean, the weather last year, all spring, was just we're dodging rain every day. This year, it started that way, but hopefully, it doesn't finish that way.
Right. I hope not.
Um, what kind of things did you take from that last year? That frustration. I mean, obviously, you weren't the head coach, but you were still involved in the program. What kind of things do you think this team and these players took from last year, trying to just not take any game for granted?
Right. They faced a lot of adversity. And I think, I obviously, like you said, I was not there last year, but I feel like they fought through that adversity. They got stronger, they got more competitive. And it hasn't stopped them or held them back from anything. I mean, we've been in the weight room since November. We've been conditioning since November. They have gave it their all. And we pray that this, weather, the sun comes out, no more of this rain or snow. We played in some snow the other night. But they're ready to go. They're pumped up. They're ready to go. And they are fighters. And they're going to continue to fight all season long, no matter what.
One of the things I love about a new head coach and a first year head coach is seeing the culture and the philosophy that they instill into the program the first year. What kind of culture and philosophy do you think you bring to this team that you want to install this season?
Lots of hard work. Where, when we're in the gym, we're ready to go. We're prepared. We're fighting. We're battling against each other. Just hard work and never give up. Positive attitudes. We're all going to make mistakes, but we let them go and we move on to the next play. Like hard work.
All right, so you have one game under your belt, but there's a lot more softball to play. So let's talk about the schedule you guys have put together and start with the conference of the MVAC Scarlet Tier. Obviously, a lot of good teams in this conference with Springfield, Jackson, Milton, Waterloo. A lot of good teams, a lot of good pitching as well. What do you expect out of the MVAC this year, and how do you kind of see yourselves competing in it?
Yes, I'm excited. We are going to see a lot of good competition. Like you said, McDonald, Waterloo. We're pumped up. We're ready. We've been talking a lot about it, especially those our bigger games. We play Jackson Milton on Monday at YSU's field. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We just got to take each day and battle. We just got every day, start the new day and ready to go.
Conference is always that first goal that a team sets. We want to win the conference first, but obviously you have a couple of games here and there that you can schedule out of conference to try to test you guys and try to get yourselves sharpened for tournament time. Who are some teams out of the conference outside the MVAC that you're excited to test yourselves against?
We got United at the end of the season, and they are a strong team. It's right before we're getting ready for tournament time. That will be a great one. We got to play Columbiana the other night. That was the night that it rained and snowed. So we have them again at the end of the season. We do get to face Canfield. That's also right before tournament time. So I feel like we're going to see some good competition right before it's time for tournament time. We also got Newton Falls in there. So we just got to come and be ready to play.
One of the things that pops up and opens eyes on your schedule, like you said on Monday, you guys get to play at YSU against Jackson Milton. That's a big rivalry game and a big stage for a big rivalry game.
Yes, they're
How
excited.
excited are you guys to be able to play on a college stadium and to be able to play a game under the big lights?
Oh, they're pumped up. They're pumped up. They're ready to play. They've been talking about this for not months now. Um, it's our rival, so they are ready to go, and it's going to be great to be on that big stage on the college field. Just a little bit more excitement to the game.
We've gone over your roster. We've highlighted a couple of players. What I want to ask you now about the team in general is, what do you think are some of the biggest strengths of this roster when you go forward and you start to game plan against teams and you start to try to decide what you guys are the best at? What do you think some of the strengths of this team are?
I feel like these girls, they're just a great group of girls. Their attitudes are great. They never give up. Yes, they make mistakes, but they, don't they don't let that bring them down. They're constantly fighting. They stay consistent and confident. Um, that's just what we got to do. We got to stay consistent and confident at the plate for sure and on the field.
What's it like to kind of be embraced by this Western Reserve community now? You get to see firsthand how much they support their softball team when the weather is nice, of course.
Right.
What's that like to kind of, you've seen it, but now you get to see it as a head coach?
It's exciting. It really is exciting. It brings you closer as a community, as a team. All my parents are amazing. They've been since day one I got the job. They've been reaching out to me, giving me different ideas of things to do. And I mean, it's truly, we're a small community and we're all like family. Every one of us, the support is absolutely amazing.
Here's another question I like to ask first year head coaches, because they always have the dream of being the head coach. And like you said, it was your dream to be the head coach here, and it's finally achieved. Is there anything so far that surprised you about the job, or maybe that is either harder or easier than you expected it would be?
Um, you know, Not really. I just it's on like I said, it's great the community support that I've gotten since day one. From the parents to the ones that don't play, parents outside of the, my group that I got. I mean, just it's been fun, it's been challenging at times just with, everything that comes with being a head coach. It's all a learning process, but so far so good. It's been a fun ride, and I can't wait for the rest of the season.
All right, before we let you go and we wish you luck in the rest of the season, we do want you to talk about your coaching staff and the people that are helping you out in this season, because we know that you can't do it by yourself. You get the interviews, you get the limelight, but the assistants that are behind you and the people that are supporting you behind you are really important to this program. So who do you have helping you out, and who are some of the big names that have made this program great?
Yes, this year I just have one assistant coach, and that is my husband, Joe Serensky. Um, he's been great. It's just so nice to have another set of eyes. Like, he sees the little things. We'll come home and we'll talk about it, and put a practice plan together for the next day. Without him, he's been in a head coaching position for the past 2 years, and he knows what to expect. So he has been a huge help in this process. His father-in-law, or my father-in-law, his dad, has also helped me here and there. He's been, the head coach at Western Reserve for multiple years, and then just due to his job, he had to give it up. But he is another one that I am very thankful to have around. He same way, he's got, another set of eyes. He sees things, he lets me know, and we discuss it and we go from there. So without them, I don't know where I would be, because they are great helpers.
Back when you were considering applying for the job and when you applied for it and got it, was that like one of the things that was immediately the conversation, like, I'm going to come help you, is that your husband had, or was he kind of, goaded into it? What was that conversation like? Do you want to come help me with softball? Obviously,
Yeah,
you
he's
just got
always
done
he's
coaching a whole season. So what was that
yeah, right.
conversation?
Right. He's got his plate full, but he's always coached baseball. He was an assistant coach, for Jake Zachok last year and for the past couple years. So, I mean, he was on board. never any complaints. He was ready to go. Obviously, I didn't get to see him until, past couple weeks just due to basketball, but he was always there helping the girls. They really enjoy him around, having him around. It's just been a lot of fun.
That's a great balance. You didn't get to see him a lot during the basketball season.
Yes.
Now you get to see him a ton
all the time
during softball season. One last question about that. Like, what's it like to have an assistant coach that you go home with and you're able to have that conversation past the softball field and to be able to be so connected with? Is that an advantage to your coaching staff, do you think?
I think so. We're on the same page. It's, we have the same coaching strategies. It's been really great to have them around. We always come home. We always talk about it. We make our decisions together, and it's really been awesome to have them around.
Coach, we think it's so awesome that you are the head coach, and we thank you for your time. We wish you the best of luck this season, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon about Western Reserve success this year.
Thank you very much, Anthony. I've appreciated you getting a hold of me and setting this up.
You got it.